Hi YouTube. December 9, 2009, there was a spiral and a weird phenomena in Norway, and some claimed it was a rocket the Russians did, and some are talking about its HAARP doing something called Project Bluebeam. Well, I don't believe it's HAARP, because HAARP is not designed to do this. HAARP is designed to transport electromagnetic waves in billions of watts, and they're using the Earth's magnetic field to transport their radio waves. HAARP is a weapon. It's a weather weapon. It is a telecommunication weapon. It is a weapon which can make the atmosphere, the upper atmosphere, into a plasma, the fourth state of matter, which will destroy any enemy missiles on its incoming. Another thing the HAARP can do is it can punch a hole in our ionosphere, meaning our ozone layer, and that means where they make that hole, everything underneath there will be exposed directly to the sun's deadly rays. So HAARP is a weapon. It has nothing to do with what we saw in Norway. That is my belief. I believe another thing. We know we have the Hadron Collider, the Large Hadron Collider, CERN, in France, and during the second invasion of Iraq, some black ops went to the museums and to the old ruins of Babylon, and they removed artifacts from them, and they brought them straight to the airport and flew them out, and they have never been seen since, which is theft America. But they say that the Hadron Collider is a collider. It is not. I strongly believe that the Hadron Collider is a Stargate. They now have the technology, and with an immense machine like the Hadron Collider, they are able to open up a gateway or a Stargate to another dimension. And in the Bible we are talking about the bottomless pit, where God put the fallen ones into, Lucifer. And I think they have the technology now to open it, and I think they opened it December 9, 2009, because around the sun at the same time the same incident took place. And if you look at that footage I will put in from the Soho satellite, there's 40 minutes missing, but they didn't erase all of it, and you can clearly see there in the low right side of the sun something looking very similar to what happened on Earth. Not in color of course, but it pretty much shows what's going on. And this spiral which happened in Norway was pointing towards the east, and the sun rises in the east, so I don't think that's a coincidence, and it ended somewhere. And according to the Russians, they were conducting a missile test in the White Sea. Well, in Revelation 13, in the first sentence, the first verse, it says that I saw a beast coming out of the sea. So you might find this far-fetched, but I find it very much real. We have had alien visitors for at least 2,000 years. The Sumerians are talking about it, the Egyptians are talking about it, Mayans are talking about it. Pretty much every culture from the ancient culture are talking about something from outside coming down. Even the Aboriginals of Australia, they have made drawings of demons and spirals coincide with each other. So that spiral actually means something not good. And they are all over in Australia. They consider that as a bad omen, the spiral. I consider the spiral from Norway too as a bad omen, and I strongly believe that the so-called Maitreya the so-called Apollon and the Antichrist. He is here now, and we will see who he is in this year 2010. You might think I'm crazy. Well, my family think I'm crazy. They think I'm paranoid, but I'm very awake. I know exactly what's going on. Not in all details, but I know something very bad is going on, and they're messing with something they're not supposed to mess with. There is a reason why there's stuff which is not put into the Bible, because it will fall into the hands of the wrong persons and they will misuse it, and they are now misusing it. So this is my belief. They now have the tool to open up into other dimensions, maybe even to a parallel universe. I don't know. That is Einstein's theory, and it is possible, and we have long said that we don't have the technology to create such things, and we are not able to travel in space and time. But if you noticed, after the Roswell incident and up to now, the evolution in technology has risen in an explosive, exponential rate. We had gained so much knowledge now. We are so advanced, we think, but I think that those behind, those who are working for nasty means, we know who they are. They are doing this to bring in this guy who is about to install the New World Order, and they're using the Large Hadron Collider for this. We don't need a Hadron Collider. We don't need a collider which is that big. We already have colliders placed around the Earth where they are testing the Big Bang Theory, and they have all their answers. But that is in a small scale. They want to see in a small scale if it is possible to kind of make a little hole of some kind, and I think they got pretty close, and now they have perfected it by those artifacts they stole in Iraq. I have some footage here in the end of the video which shows what took place at Sun, and of course what took place in Norway, but I also have a video which I will put in the last sequence where it looked like a UFO is coming out of a wormhole, and this object UFO which is coming out of this wormhole on the sky is spiraling exactly like the thing in Norway. So be aware, something is here. I'm positive something is here. Go look at it and see what you can find out. God bless you. And just another thing we need to remember, President Barack Obama was in Norway to receive the Nobel Peace Prize when this took place. I don't think that's a coincidence. His name is in the Revelation 2 in the Bible codes. That's not a coincidence too, so pay close attention to Obama.